tech tip for you regarding adding descriptions to your virtual tour. Now I'm using the Firefox browser right now, and you'll notice that when I get to the property information page where I can add a property description to my tour, there's some dots right here in the lower right corner, and I can actually click right on that set of dots and make my box larger, which makes it easier for me to be able to see all of the text that I'm going to put in here for the property description. Now when you get ready to add your property description to your virtual tour, you want to go to the information that your customer has sent you. Now I happen to have a Word document here. You can copy it out of a Word document, you can copy it out of an email or wherever you may have received the information from your customer. But in this case I have a Word document, so I'm just going to highlight my description and I'm going to copy that description. And before I put that into the property description window, the first thing I want to do is I want to open up a text file. Now on the Mac it'll be called a text file. On the PC you would look for Notepad, and on the PC the Notepad is going to be in the accessories folder. When you click on the start and you go to your list of programs and then you look for the folder called accessories, in there you should find the Notepad, and you open up the Notepad and all you're going to do is simply just paste your text that you had copied, your description, into the Notepad file, which removes the HTML formatting and lets it go to just standard plain text. So all you have to do is just paste it in Notepad, then you're going to copy it again, and this time you're going to go to your property description field and paste it into the property description. And then after you've pasted your description in there, go ahead and click on Save Changes. Now you'll notice that once in a while you may get an error like this about invalid inputs found. The description contains some invalid characters which are not allowed. Please remove them in order to save your data. So as I look through my description here, let me just point out a couple of things that the Fusion system has a little problem with. One of the things is quote marks. You can see right up here I have quote marks around the very first two words, great location. For whatever reason, when you copy the text over to Notepad and then you copy it to your description here, these are not reformatted, and so the Fusion system is treating these as an invalid character. Very easy to fix. All you need to do is click right there, hit the backspace button or delete button on the Mac, and then just type a new quote mark in. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, backspace, and type in a new quote mark. And that's going to replace the invalid character with a valid character. In this entire description here, the only other thing that's invalid is this 3/4 of an inch right here. This 3/4 is an HTML image 3/4 that happens when you type in Microsoft Word or some other programs like that. And so all you need to do again is to just highlight that, and then you type right over it 3 with the backslash there and a 4 to make it 3/4 standard text. So there's just a couple things like that that Fusion has a little problem with. After I have changed my quote marks and retyped over those and changed that 3/4 to a 3/4 that the system will recognize, then I can just scroll down to the bottom, click Save Changes, and notice that this time it accepted my text description successfully. So the only things that Fusion is having a little trouble with right now in the description field are quote marks if you copy and paste your description, and things like that 3/4 that was an HTML image 3/4 instead of 3 with the slash and the 4. So just anytime you have a problem with invalid characters, check for quote marks and check for fractions, and just retype those, and then you should be all set. All right, there you go, guys. Enjoy Fusion.